how hard they work. But Coach Reed and just knowing their skill sets and how to put them in great positions. And Kareem just runs extremely hard. He gets every yard out there, catches the ball, does whatever it takes in order to go out there and win. And then Juju, even when he wasn't getting as many reps, he was in the playbook. He was learning the things that he had lost over 1 year. But, y'all saw him 2 years ago. He fits in well in this offense. And so he did a great job today. So it was cool to get those guys going and then to step up. And it's going to be like that until we start getting some of these guys back. It's going to be everybody's going to have to step up and make plays.
Patrick, what about Juju allows him to fit into this offense, as you said?
Yeah, I think he has I'm not going to, Trav is kind of one of a kind, but he has a good feel for the entire concept of the play, and so he knows how to get into the open spots. He has a good understanding of my timing, and so some of those things I can hit him early, and some windows maybe that aren't necessarily taught, it's kind of just learned over reps. But I think he did a good job today of just doing that, finding those windows, beating man when they played man, and in zone, finding the windows to get big catches.
Patrick, what was your view on Travis' lateral, how that unfolded?
I'm shaking my head because I told him before the play, I said, I'm going to throw it to you so we can get in field goal range. And he's underhand shoveled it across the entire field. So, it's like I'm talking to like Sterling. So that's Travis, man. He's a special player, and as long as he does it and it works, man, no one's going to say anything.
And one of the things that just sort of about the vibe, obviously you're locked in on the game itself, but were you cognizant in some way of how the fans were responding?
100%. I was trying not to be. I really wanted to focus on the game and then look after and maybe get like a scoreboard kind of shot of it, and they gave us a couple of those, but like you could feel that stuff was going good. And there was kind of a lull there, kind of I think towards the end of the game, and I was like, they're not showing it, the score. The Yankees came back. But no, the Royals picked it up and got the win, and it was extremely exciting to see that the fan base, because obviously we know that the fans at Arrowhead are going to be loud and ruckus and be really into the game, but I haven't got to experience that stadium in Kauffman, sold out playoffs and that stuff, and so it was cool to see that kind of combine.
Will you go Wednesday?
That's the plan. it's bye week, so Brittany's vacation and me getting to the Royals game will feud for sure.
What does it say about your team that through all these injuries, you've just found ways to win every single game so far and entering the bye?
We've won different ways. At the end of the day, our defense is playing their tail off, and I think people are starting to come to realize that even more. And so even when we're getting these field goals, they're keeping us in these games. Obviously offensively, we had a better day today, a lot of yards. Now it's about finding ways to finish with touchdowns in the red zone, so we can make these leads bigger, faster, and then we can really let Spags be Spags. And I think if we can do that, we'll continue to get better and better as the year goes on.
You joked about vacation in the Royals, and how will you spend the next 6 days between relaxation and just getting ready for the second half, so to speak?
It's not going to be a lot of relaxation. It's going to be, one, I'm going to work on my own stuff. I have stuff I need to work out, and then I'll be home with my kids, so that's going to be a lot of running around in itself, and then hopefully get to go to at least one of the Royals games during this bye week. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're not going anywhere like exotic or crazy, but it'll be good to kind of get some family time.
Patrick, you got to see some old friends on the defense there. I'm guessing you probably didn't have Colin Saunders getting an interception on the bingo card. He was pretty chirpy out there, it looked like, throughout the game. Did he come up to you afterwards and say anything?
Yeah, we talked. He's I said if it had to be one person, the fact that it was Colin was probably the best person in the NFL that could have got an interception off me. It's just such a good guy, man. One of the best teammates I've ever had. Truly is. Just smile on his face every single day. And it really just loved not only football, but just the part of the locker room, which I think is really cool. And so I'm super happy for him that he had a good game and that he's done a good job of having his career go on. But yeah, it was cool seeing Willie. It was cool seeing Tyron. All those guys, man. It's cool to see those guys because they did so much for this organization, and now they're going off and doing stuff for others.
Kareem had mentioned during the week how important and how happy he'd be to score a touchdown. Just what does that mean to you, just being able to see him come full circle and get that done?
Yeah, no, it was extremely exciting. I mean, he deserved it. And I mean, he's playing hard. I mean, and for someone that didn't have training camp to have that amount of carries and catches and not only that, I mean, the pass protection and being able to pick up blitzes. I mean, that's stuff that goes under the radar, and he's done a great job of that stuff. And so it's gonna be real tough whenever you get Pacheco back and you have Kareem, Pacheco, Steele, Cloud. I mean, Veach has done a great job of adding to that room, P-Ryan, and so we'll be able to run the football, and then hopefully the play action game gets even better.
Patrick, hey, you didn't really have to do this tonight, but you guys have won some games where, situational football, where you really had to make the right plays at the right time. And Coach Reed's talked about a lot about coaching. I wanted you to talk a little bit about that, how you guys seem to be making the right decisions always at the right time.
I think it comes with preparation and experience. Preparation, Coach Reed doesn't let the small details go. I mean, he really focuses on them every single week. And so even when it gets tedious and stuff that you've talked about a lot, he makes sure to stay on top of that stuff, and all the coaches do. And then we've been in a lot of those experiences. Obviously, there's new ones that come up, but guys are prepared and ready to go out there and execute whenever that time comes.
Last one, Sam. Patrick, just the opening of the game, frequently we're targeting tight ends. Was that part of the game plan, or was that just something you were seeing in real time?
Yeah, no, I mean, we have a lot of talented tight ends, so we want to make sure we get them on the football field, and so it was cool to get those guys out there. Jody coming back, getting a catch, but he's an athletic guy that can stretch the field for the size that he is, and so when you're able to run the ball, those big sets, and then spread teams out, it's our advantage with the athletic tight ends that we have, and so it's going to be mixing and matching based off of the teams that we're playing, but I think Coach Reed and the coaches are going to do a great job of it, and so we're going to utilize everybody on the entire team.